What's going on, Cowboys? Welcome to the live stream where we are talking all things CNFT Tuesdays. We've got a full roster in the house today, and so I can't wait to bring them on. But I do want to just give a quick shout out to everyone waiting in the room. Thank you guys for chilling in there. I have you guys: Green Figures, Stregerheart, Resin, Kinewu, Renum, Nathan Buell. Like, some of you guys are from Goofy Gophers, which is surprise is the guest here. We can't wait. But of course, I just need to bring these guys on. We've got giveaways tonight. We've got all kinds of, just good vibes tonight, talking all CNFT Tuesdays. So without further ado, let me bring on the first man. This man is ice cold. They call him Mr. Freeze. He's about to bless you, but he missed the sneeze. He'll clean you up like a hanky. If you found him, you'll thank me. He's about to pop off like a blister squeeze. He is the one, the only, the crypto warden. Ethan, welcome to the channel. Warden's mute.
Oh. I totally sold on the intro, but that's okay, because I'm feeling goofy tonight, guys. We got some of the craziest people on as always, but appreciate it again for Aaron as usual for hosting. But it's another beautiful Tuesday outside. It's CNFT Tuesday, baby. Let's go.
Glad to have you. Glad we could hear you. And good to see you live and in action here. We've got a full roster, Warden, and I can't wait to get to these guys. This man is always keeping it fit. Only buys, always, never holds, never quits. The markets are wild like a redheaded stepchild, but he doesn't worry. He commits. He's the one, the only Werz. Welcome to the channel.
How's it going, guys? How's it going? Thank you for having me. Another CNFT Tuesday.
Yeah, man. Is your PR going up through Cardano Fit Club over here? How's that going?
Yeah, I'm starting. Well, I actually fly back towards Europe tomorrow. So today I've had a day off. Cardano Fit Club's been good to me, but yeah, heading home for Christmas. So yeah, no, thanks for having me. Looking forward to speaking to the Gophers.
Yeah, can't wait to bring him on. But we do have one more guest to bring on before we bring on the Gophers. This man's knowledge is nothing but comical. His bag is to the moon like astronomical. The stars align when he's on the grind. He always keeps his eye on good projects like a monocle. He's the one, the only Gully. Welcome to the live stream.
Thanks very much for having me. It's always a pleasure to be back. And I don't know what it is now, third, fourth, or fifth time, something like that anyway.
Not enough. That's for sure. Look, these gentlemen, first of all, guys, if you guys are watching the stream, please check out the links in the description and follow every one of these guys. The Twitters are on there, and make sure you see what they're doing. Gully, Werz, Warden, they're always up to something on crypto or on NFTs. Werz got his own YouTube channel, so check that out if you like traveling. And especially they've had this year-long adventure, and so if you want to catch up and you want to play something in the background while you're watching or doing something, that's what I like to do. I like to put on my separate monitor and I watch them. So check them out. But of course, we have to get to the main guests of the evening. This project might grow up big like a baby elephant. Roadmap speaks so well, you could say it's eloquent. They're digging for gold. When you buy, you should hold till the grave like you turned into a skeleton. They are the one, the only, Ryan and Aaron from Goofy Gophers. Welcome to the channel, guys.
Thank you so much. What a great intro. Both the wild west at the start and that right.
Very, very poetic. I'm gonna add that. Yeah.
Well, where else can you find a rapping cowboy Asian here? talking about CNFTs. So glad to have you guys on. I do want to give you guys kind of this first shout out. We've got a lot of giveaways. You guys are very generous to give away some white lists. I appreciate that. But here we have to earn those things. But we want to know who you guys are first. Maybe Aaron and Ryan, could you guys give us like a brief intro of your background, like coming into crypto and NFTs, and then let's talk about some goofy gophers. But yeah, either one of you guys can go first.
If Ryan
Aaron,
goes first,
do you want to go first, or
am I? All right, no worries. So if you don't know me, my name's Aaron. I'm the community manager over at Goofy Gophers. Originally got into crypto because of the man that has joined me today. So I was at university with Ryan doing a robotics course. And I was interested in getting into like GPU mining and things like that. I think that was 2017, 2018, not 100% sure. But that's why I first got interested in crypto. And Ryan sort of brought me in there. And we've been looking into crypto in our own ways. Mine's more sort of machine side. And as Ryan will say, he's got into finance and gone that sort of route. So yeah, and now we're at current day and we're doing Goofy Gophers. So yeah.
Awesome. So you got a background in finances, Ryan, and it seems like you guys are knowing each other for a little bit before crypto. So Ryan, could you maybe talk to us a little bit about your journey and maybe even some of your relationship, partnership with Aaron?
Yeah, so as Aaron said, me and him were doing robotic engineering in Bristol. So we met in 2016, the first year of that. Aaron was really good at the electronic side. That was the side that I hated. So it was quite a good partnership. But both of us were looking at GPU mining. We'd always wanted to do it at scale, but even then it was quite inaccessible. But yeah, at the time as well, I was doing Amazon FBA. So very simple business model. I was getting products sourced in China, then importing them to the UK or US, then selling that on for a profit. So I had revenue coming in when I was studying. I didn't want to put it all back into Amazon because obviously you always want to diversify. So I did like some safe plays, blue chip stocks like Google, Apple. And then I had one friend, and he was the only person I knew. He was really, really into Bitcoin. And this was 2016. So it wasn't like it is now. It wasn't ubiquitous. People didn't trust it. They thought it was just for buying drugs online. No one really knew what it was. But I took a punt. I was like, okay, it's interesting. I like it. I like the concepts. I put some in. And then I couldn't believe it. It was going up like 20% a day, 30% a week. It was insane. So I run to the investment society. I'm like, oh my God, do you guys know about this? Only like 3 out of 50 people even knew about it, and none of them invested in it. So I joined the society. They then ran a competition for the new entrants. It was just, here you go, you have $10,000. It was like fake money. It was just for practice. But they were like, invest in anything, equity, bonds, physical assets, crypto. So I was the only one that did crypto. I did Litecoin, Bitcoin, and I think Ripple at the time. My portfolio after 3 months was up like 300%. The next best was 40%. So they banned crypto from all competitions first. Then they made me head of crypto. And it was this incredible learning experience, because before I was only looking at the percentage gain. I didn't really understand the technology. But then once I was head of crypto, they made me do talks all the time. I was doing a lot of research about the different altcoins, the different protocols. And that's when I really got into the actual technology behind it. And I've been hooked ever since. And then more recently, that led me to NFTs. So I started, as most people, with Ethereum NFTs. I remember Ben Meserick. He's the director of a movie called The Social Network. He's making another Hollywood movie about NFTs. And if you bought his NFT, you get a revenue share in that movie. So I was like, wow, this is amazing. And it was $50. But then after gas fees, it was like $200. I was like, this is insane. And that is basically how I found Cardano. People were like, the gas fees are minimal. The energy is like sending a tweet. So then I had a look at the different communities. And the first big project I got involved in was Ghost Chain. It was one of the first real utility NFTs on Cardano. The rough idea was they were going to use mint revenue to build a fantastic marketplace. And if you hold the NFT, you get exposure to the revenue of that marketplace. And it was really cool pixel art. And yeah, that got me well into the space after I bought a few Ghost Chain NFTs.
Okay, so you come from like you were interested, you had this competition with crypto, took off, and then you started learning about the technology, and it led you into gas fees with NFTs on Ethereum, then led you to Cardano. Yeah, so I'm assuming some of this has to deal with Goofy Gophers. Do you guys want to explain to me what Goofy Gophers is? I could even pull up like the screen, but maybe give us a rundown, like the broad strokes of what you're trying to do with this project.
Yeah, so when I was doing all that research, especially in the bull market, I realized there's so many different aspects of crypto that they have a big knowledge barrier. So crypto mining is a prime example. An average person off the street is not going to know how to do it. It's very difficult to set them up. It's difficult to maintain them. Where do you store it? Where do you store it? Sorry. How do you cool it? How do you generate the power? How do you generate the power sustainably in an ideal world? There's all these things, and it's not just crypto mining. There's lots of aspects that are like that: stake pools, NFTs on different chains, DeFi, GameFi, DAOs. For an average person coming in, it's very difficult to understand all those different things. And even for people like us that are in this world every day, we most likely don't have enough capital to get exposed to everything we want to. So I saw what Ghost Chain did. I saw what some other good utility NFTs did. And I quickly realized you could use the scale of NFT communities to have a vehicle to get exposed to all sorts of different things. So in a nutshell, it's an economy of scale. If I wanted to go buy one single miner, it would be about $10,000. And that's in the bear market. But when you have everyone pulled together, you have a lot more power. You have a lot more power together than individuals. So you can negotiate better prices on the machines because of the scale, and better prices for the electricity. So essentially, we want to make our NFT the easiest vehicle to get exposure to crypto mining. You don't need $10,000. You don't need anywhere to store it. You don't need to know how to set it up. You just have to know how to buy a Cardano NFT.
How does? I think I'm a lizard brain here. Okay, so I just need things explained so simply, like I was a fifth grader, like a second grader. You know what I mean? Like, how does that work? How does me buying an NFT help with the mining process?
Yeah, okay. So we're taking the mint revenue, and we've already done this with the pre-sale. So we sold 1,000 Gophers for $60. We then have $60,000. We use that mint revenue, and we didn't take any off the top, by the way, which hasn't been done before, I don't think. We spent all of that on crypto miners. So we've been talking to different machine suppliers for about 8 months. We got a really, really good deal.
Okay.
We bought the miners, then we're sending it to our farm, and they actually went live 2 days ago.
Got it. Okay, so we're pooling money together by selling the NFTs, and so we have the NFTs, and then we get some of that. If you own the NFT, you get some of that revenue share off of what the miner generates. Is that about right?
Yeah. So for the first 6 months, all of the revenue goes on buying more miners, just so we have a way bigger fleet. But then after the 6 months, it will be 40% goes to holders.
I honestly thought, I was like looking at the project, I was like, oh, it's like a video game. Like I thought it was, hold on, let me put me up on there. I thought I was looking at a video game because there's like the pixelated stuff. And yeah, but it honestly, it looks like a good video game. That's what I was really reading through. I knew mining was here, but I was just like, graphics were really good. Do you guys have any reactions to some of this stuff? Maybe you could go into some of whatever that means. But yeah, does the board have any reactions to kind of what Ryan and Aaron have been talking about?
I did want to, sorry, just while you mentioned the art, it's one of my questions actually. Where was the inspiration for the art? And I'm loving the graphics and stuff. Are you even thinking about a game or anything? Because it looks kind of cool and it looks kind of simple to do. I don't know. It just,
I thought this was a character.
Even in your head.
I thought this was a character.
Yeah,
they all look so good. Like.
Thank you. Yeah, we worked really hard on it. So it didn't look like this at first. We toyed with some different things. We were going to go for like a doodle style simple cartoon, but it really didn't work as well. We were going to do a 3D model at one point. We were going to do animations like Unts. But I don't know, we talked to a lot of pixel artists, and we found this guy that was so talented. And We gave him some concepts because we knew we wanted to have it kind of medieval fantasy themed, as you can see there. And what he came up with was amazing. So we were like, yeah, let's run with pixel art. It makes everyone feel like a kid again. It's nostalgic. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And as for a game, that it's not off the cards, because I agree with you. The way that the lore is set up and the way that everything's on theme, every single asset fits, and there's 7 different professions, a game would slide in very nicely. But that being said, it's not that easy to build a game. Our primary focus is going to be the utility through the mining and treasury. But in the future, it's definitely not off the cards. It's something that would be very fun to make.
It's one of those things, like a lot of projects promise a game and promise a multiverse and promise things like that, and then it never comes to fruition.
Yeah.
So the best thing that we're focusing on now is obviously setting up the miners and making sure that the utility comes through 100% quality, rather than it being a half-assed slap together project, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean for you to have a game. It looks like a game.
It does look like, it's got like Terraria vibes.
It was like, oh, this is a game.
Sorry, that was me. It was me when you said about a game, and I started looking through it, and I saw the backgrounds and all the characters. I was like, oh my god, a game! Let's do a game. So it's you, Cal, that come up with it, and I just run with it, and then it would become a question. So
I'm in a couple different like real estate, I guess what you'd call a syndicate, where you'd pull in money together and then you'd invest in like a piece of property or something like that, syndication or whatever. Is this essentially the same thing? Because I get paid back certain kickback per what the property generates. How does that all work? How do I get where are my guarantees? How do I know? You know, I mean, like how do you establish trust within this community?
Yeah, first of all, there are no guarantees because the mining profit depends on so many things. There's no way for us to accurately predict profit. We do have a profitability video coming out to discuss what it might look like, but there's 2 factors we can control: the price of machines and the price of electricity. We talked with so many farms and suppliers. They really understand the value of the project. So we got really good rates there, but we can never control 2 things: the price of crypto. We have no control over that. And as you guys have seen, it's very, very volatile. And then the other thing with mining is difficulty. So if all 6 of us have crypto miners mining Bitcoin, we're going to get loads of Bitcoin. If there's 1 million of us mining, we're each going to get a tiny amount. So difficulty is a measure of how many other people are mining. We can't control that either, but generally it follows game theory. So in a bear market like it is now, there's going to be less people mining because less people can afford to go over that electricity amount. Whereas in a bull market, if Bitcoin was say 60K, it becomes a gold rush. So everyone's getting miners. So you can kind of gauge it a little bit. And we've got a profitability video coming out to discuss that. And then as for transparency, we're working on something very exciting right now. It's essentially a live dashboard. So you can see coins mined today, weekly, monthly, and you can see everything coming in on our side. And also all of the wallets are public. You can check the GGMC wallets.
Got it. Mike Thomas asked an interesting question. How old's the project? I think you started 2 days ago. Is that, or something happened 2 days ago? I think I caught.
The miners got turned on 2 days ago.
4 days ago.
About 8 months ago.
Okay. So you don't have any guarantees on the price of what we're getting paid or whatever. That's fine. But how do I have a guarantee that like a miner actually exists? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm sure you're a great person. I trust you relatively, you know what I mean? But in crypto, we're a trustless community. I think it's something like a backbone of everything. Do you have anything close to like what could be trustless, or how could I know that there's an actual miner here that belongs to you guys that's generating stuff?
Aaron, do you want to take that one?
Regards to the miners, obviously we mentioned the dashboard. That is going to have an API from the farm itself. That shows the live values of the current miners, our total current hash rate for each different type. So obviously we're a cross-chain project. We're going to be mining 4 different types of coins, and obviously then payouts will be in ADA. There's no way we can guarantee to you guys that they exist, but the dashboard shows live numbers, and obviously you can sort of relate those numbers and have a look at what's currently happening, so you can see that they are. true.
Okay.
if that makes-
Okay. How often are the payouts?
They're going to be quarterly initially, because you can imagine the computational power when we've got all these different professions. The revenue's going to so many different places, and also if we pay out too often, there's more fees. So at least at first it's going to be quarterly, then hopefully eventually monthly. And as for whether the machines are real, we do have an interview with our partner farm, and we've got footage of the miners.
Okay. Okay. Well, I've never been part of a syndicate miner, so it'd be interesting to be a part of. Does anyone have any questions from the boys here, or reactions to this?
I actually do have a couple of questions. So right now, I do see that we only have 1,000, or you guys, excuse me, have only about 1,000 Goofy Gophers out right now. Do you guys plan on releasing any more by chance, or is it just going to be a hard cutoff at 1,000?
No, so
No.
we've done 1,000, which was the pre-sale.
Okay.
Obviously, that was like a sort of get people involved, sort of test out our minting process. We've then took obviously the pre-sale mint fund and invested in 5 L7s, which we've mentioned. Then we do have the main sale coming up as well. So our total supply is 8,888. We sold 1,000, and we've got 7,888 left to go.
Okay.
Cool.
Good deal. How's the team get paid?
Yeah, so we actually have, I think, one of the fairest founder remuneration systems I've seen. So all of that mint revenue goes on miners. For the main sale, we're going to take a bit, of course, for project development, just to make sure all the legal costs and insurance and everything is in place. But really, the team don't see anything until it's been running for 6 months. So we, therefore, are fully invested into the success of the project. If it's not a success, if the miners aren't generating revenue for holders, then it's not generating revenue for us either. Okay,
so you said 6 months hold. Then you guys will start seeing revenue. How does that work? Is it like a percentage? Is the percentage on the website? I might not have even seen it.
Yeah, it should be on the website. If not, it's definitely on the mine paper. So there's two that we will say the first 6 months. Yeah, that's the split of what we're going to mine roughly.
Okay.
Okay,
Got you.
Yeah, if you go
Bitcoin.
down to the next pie chart, it should. Oh, I guess it's only on the mine paper, but yeah, 40% will get paid out to holders. 20% will go to our treasury, which we should touch on in a second. 20% to project development. So that's everything from our remuneration to legal fees to marketing to development costs, things like that.
Okay.
And then we're always as well going to have 20% going on buying more machines so that we're sustainable and our machine count is keeping up. So that effectively we're always buying more machines.
Okay, good deal.
If I may just ask a question, kind of adds on to Crypto Warden's question. Do you guys plan to mint the remainder in one shot, or do you guys plan to mint it out in stages and slowly build your mining operation? Or do you feel it's more beneficial to get in as fast as you possibly can?
Yeah, I mean, we're still gauging it. The initial plan was to have 3 phases, each with a slightly higher price. But we're not too sure. We might, if it's really selling well, we'll just do the whole thing at once. But as for the mint revenue buying miners, we don't want to be in a scenario where we have like 900K and we need to buy miners that week, because the price of miners exactly follows the crypto market. So if there's a 20% boom, we don't want to be paying loads for miners. We want to spread it out a bit, watch the price of miners and get some good deals. So yeah, definitely spread it out.
Kenny Wu has a question too here. Can we have a list of miners with specs you guys are using? And I would even say, like, does the community have any say into the types of miners to be getting, or any of that kind of stuff? Like, what goes into picking the miners, all that kind of stuff?
So we've got. Oh, you can take it if you want. It's up to you.
Aaron, you might as well take it.
Right. Okay. So our project is, after the 6 month mark, is very much community based. Every holder will gain a value of votes, which is based on what profession they have and obviously how many gophers they hold. And then that will give them voting power to sort of direct where the project is going. So, for example, if they wanted to buy more of one type of miner, and then that split becomes, I don't know, 40% Bitcoin and maybe we buy more K3s and we end up with 30%. So the split will change depending on where the community wants to take the project.
Got it. Okay. And do you control the payout? You said like you're going to do quarterly at first, and then you'll do regularly. Look, I'm going to ask a question that I really don't want to ask, but I think it should be asked. Okay. And it's a hard one because I'm not sure if there's even an answer. But what's to stop you guys from just picking up the miners or not paying out and just leaving? You know what I mean? Like you're gonna walk away with 900K of miners. Like I'm always looking for. Look, here's the thing. Everyone's been burned. Not everyone. I wasn't on exchanges because I'm not silly like that. But there have been burn after burn of these massive centralized things, and to me, this is a project that has some centrality to it. Are there any other parameters, securities, steps, initiatives that are taking for the community to be like, hey, you know what? We're not going to run off, and this is why. Like, is there anything like that thought through or anything like that?
Yeah, so when Lace comes out, everything's going to be multi-sig. For our non-Cardano wallets, it's already going to be multi-sig.
Yeah,
that's one. And two, we're not operating as cowboy individuals. We're operating as a company. Before we even launched the Twitter, we were incorporated, which I haven't seen many other projects do.
Yeah.
We've got a legal firm on retainer, so they're looking into all the legal aspects, and they've worked with some of the biggest reward NFT projects on ETH. So they really, really know what they're doing. That's great there. And everything's going to be transparent. You can see the GGMC wallet, you can see the dashboard, everything coming in. And I think some centralization is actually good, because how many DAOs have we seen fail because the biggest holders to try and line their own wallets? I think a bit of centralization from the people that are really knowledgeable about mining is good. And then, as Aaron said, once we go to buy more miners, that will be an on-chain vote for holders. So it's kind of like a dual approach.
Yeah, it seems like I'm loving this. Okay, I'm loving this. I'm very skeptical. Werz got some questions, but I love that multi-sig. I love that you've incorporated. I love that you've got a firm behind you on legal. I love that it's transparent. Loving it all. So all across the board, I'm feeling good. Werz, you got some questions?
Yeah, I'm loving that as well. That was a hard-hitting question from the cowboy. And I love the way Ryan come back saying they're not cowboys. All right. So I really like that bit. But guys, yeah, I'm a massive fan. First of all, I was quite a big part of trying to get you on the channel. Love what you're doing, and just wanted to ask you a few questions, and just so people get to know more about Goofy Gophers. The dashboard you was talking about, I really love that idea. I never really knew about that. Is that something you can tell us when this sort of dashboard is going to come out, so people can start actually seeing what they're doing? Because I think that will get a lot more people interested when they can see what you're actually mining and look at it day to day.
Yeah, so the actual stats, how many coins we've mined daily, hourly, all that stuff, it's there. We did it this weekend. So hopefully this week, late this week, you'll actually be able to see it on the Discord. It will come through as like an automated message, like, oh, we mined this much at this point. And then the dashboard itself, it is a big undertaking because we have to do the entire UI, make sure everything's sleek and clean. So I don't really want to give an ETA on that, but it will be before main sale.
We can say though that we're in design phases currently for the full flesh dashboard. So it's on the cards, but we've been speaking to a few projects. Mobile is definitely something we want to sort of stretch into once we've got it fully working and exactly how we want it, and then obviously then move it onto mobile, just for flexibility for people.
No, I like that. I like that side with the dashboard, because that's such a good idea. I think people seeing the numbers ticking makes them happier that they're there. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people are spectacle these days, so I really like that. Just the hard-hitting questions, really. When are we thinking about the mint date?
That's right.
And what are we thinking about the price? Because that's what everyone's sitting there thinking. So I'm just going to get straight in there and just see what you can tell me. And then after that, one more question. Could you tell me a little bit with your connection with Flipper, and what the sort of partnership is there with Flipper as well?
Yeah, great questions. So as for the main sale date, we're pretty much ready. We've got all the artwork generated. We've done all the metadata. And you guys haven't really seen the metadata yet, but it's going to be impressive. So all that's done. We're just getting the last few one-of-ones made. But we have two big requirements before we do main sale. One was that miners are online. We just hit that 2 days ago. So that's done. But we could definitely launch it, but we want to wait for Flipper to be live. We want people to see everything, all the great things they're doing. And then we think it makes more sense to do their mint directly on the main Flipper website after it's stress tested. And I'm not sure. I can't give an exact date. I was thinking like mid-December, but we don't want it to be too near Christmas. We also want to give people notice so they can get excited, build up that ADA. So if not, it would be mid-January.
Yeah. So does a lot of it go on Flipper? I know you don't want to put it on, but you're partnered with them, and obviously I know they're very close. This new platform that's coming out, for people that don't know, it's called Flipper, and they're sort of tied a little bit, and they're going to be the first ones minting on that new service. So I suppose you're in partnership with them. How does the partnership work regarding the percentage? Are they involved directly with Goofy Gophers, or are you just partnering with them just to launch first on their platform?
Yeah, so it's been great for me actually, because as I said, Ghost Chain was my first introduction to Cardano. Now I'm working with their team effectively, which has been amazing. But yeah, so very early days, I talked to Tonald, who's one of the founders of Ghost Chain and Flipper, and he loved this idea of with the miners, with the physical utility. So he gave us a lot of support, and then eventually he said, "Oh, we're rebranding Free Roam to Flipper. Do you guys want to be our first on marketplace on-chain mint?" And we were like, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, there's definitely been some kinks, but it's worth it. We've seen behind the hood of Flipper now. We're working quite closely, and what they're doing is really, really incredible. With their referral system, how you can share it with your community, get a share of the fees, how you can buy NFTs in Dollar Society, Dollar Yummy. It's incredible. They're really, really innovating. And as for the nature of the partnership directly, they're just our mint partner at this stage. And actually, there wasn't that many fees paid because we were the first, which was good for us. Because as a startup, of course, you want to keep costs as low as possible.
Got it. Okay, so you're looking at, in short, you're looking at a mint date of mid-December to mid-January. Did you answer the question that Werz had, the mint price?
Oh yeah, mint price.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be in dollars because we're buying the miners in dollar, but our aim is to have it around 100 to 130 sort of range.
$100, $130.
We're still crunching numbers.
Okay, well, $100 to $130 here for a mint price. We're looking in the mid-December to mid-January. Look, if you guys are excited about Goofy Gophers, we have an awesome opportunity here for you guys. They have so graciously offered to give up a whitelist. How many whitelists did you guys say? 1, 2, 1, 5, 10?
Yeah, 10. We can do 10.
Seriously?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, we'll do 10. Why not?
Wow. All right. Hold on. So there is really only there's a few games that we play here. I'm not prepared to give out 10. So we're gonna have to come up with something differently. That's amazing. So yeah, that's great. Well, while I'm pulling this up, Gully, do you got a question?
So you said basically once, I'm assuming, however you decide to mint out, whether it be in stages or all together, you said that it'll be 6 months of you guys mining before any rewards are dished out. You want to be able to use some of those, mining rewards in order to upgrade and buy more miners. So because how I understood it is, if you guys can't kind of guarantee exactly how much you're going to be able to yield, do you know are you able to sort of guesstimate how much greater you're going to be able to grow your mining operation within that 6 months?
Yeah. Do you have projections?
Yeah, we can't give projections because it's a security violation, but it also depends on a lot of factors, because if Bitcoin drops 20%, the miners are 20% cheaper roughly. So that means we could buy more. And obviously we're mining crypto, so that depends on that as well. But from our estimates, it will be about a 20% growth in our mine account.
Okay.
Which is significant. That makes the payouts over the life of the project much higher overall.
Yeah, I had a question along those lines, I guess. With when buying and the strategy of buying right now, one of the things that I'm in big talks with is when is a good time to buy? Do we DCA into buying like land or whatever, like real land or whatever it is? For your miners, what's the strategy? Are you buying? You obviously bought some. Are you going to buy some next month, the month after? Or are you waiting for like? Talk to me about the strategy for that.
So Aaron, you can take this one, man.
Yeah, so obviously in a bear market, as Ryan said, the miners are a lot cheaper. And having that partnership with the wholesalers is very good for us. And obviously we're sort of looking at the markets to make sure that we're getting the best price. The best way to sort of put it is, as Ryan said already, that we're going to buy as cheap as possible, and the bear market helps with that to get a greater yield from what we're going to do. Obviously, the compounding period is sort of something that we wanted to do at the start of the project because we knew if you start bigger, as soon as we hit a bull run, we're going to be earning a lot more because we've compounded during the bear market, if that makes sense.
Okay. All right, here we go. So we're gonna move to what I affectionately love to have here is play to win, and I'm not sure if our mics are all our mics are working. There might be a little technical issue here, but we'll do our best here. You guys have never been on this channel, but these guys have, and so what I like to do is play a small game called Hangman. Okay, and Hangman is where we're gonna guess one word. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 letters, okay? And there's no hints, but I'm gonna go around the bend here, starting with Warden all the way to Ryan, Gully, all moving down, Werz and Aaron. And then if you win, or if you have to guess a letter, and then anyone in the chat can tell you what letters to guess. And if the chat guesses it before you guys, then the chat wins the whitelist. I'd like to make this game applicable to Warden, Gully, and Werz. Werz, if you guys win, you get the whitelist too, and then you get to pick someone in the chat who has probably been really active in the chat or whatever to get the mic list. Okay? All right. So, Warden, go ahead. Start us off.
I'm going to start us off with an A.
Oh, hold on. Where's my letter? Where's my letters?
Yeah, you got to make sure your word's correct.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, you got it. You got an A. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'll take it.
Right off the bat here. All right, good job. I'm gonna draw a goofy gopher here. Gully, go ahead. Or sorry, Ryan, go ahead.
C.
See you later. This is the Wild West here. Gully.
I'll say the letter N.
N, not for N is not okay. What do the gophers' bodies look? Because I only see the top here. Werz, is your mic working, buddy? So he's gonna say
an L.
He's gonna say an L for lose. This is not good, guys. This is not good. Aaron,
let's go with an E.
An E. Oh yeah, good job. Good job, my man. Good job. All right, he's gonna check in back in. All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna go with an M.
M. That's wrong. You are wrong. Go ahead, Ryan.
Let's do D.
D. Duh. Dope. There you go. Go ahead, Gully.
I'll say P.
P. Boy, you are on point right now. Go ahead, Aaron. Oh, G3. Oh my goodness. G3 Tech.
Cheers.
Good job. Good job. You win yourself a whitelist, my friend. Good job. Thank you so much for playing. I gave out the other last week's wins last time. Here we go. So late. So this one, let's see. G3. Make sure you get with Peekaboo. Golly, make sure you get with Goofy Gophers on their channel, on their Twitter, and to make sure you get whitelist. I'm not sure what kind of process or system you guys want to go through that.
Discord's probably best if you open a ticket in Discord.
Yeah, be sure to join the Discord. Links to the website and their Twitter are down below, and I'm sure you could make your way to the Discord from there. We could probably give away a few more later in the stream. I do want to ask you some more questions here, mainly about the market here. What do you guys think about where the market's going, the direction, all that kind of stuff, especially when it pertains to miners? And I'm not even sure how miners. I didn't even know if miners prices go down based on the market. I didn't even know that.
They do, yeah. So it's a double-edged sword. If Bitcoin drops, the price of miners drops like 2 weeks later. There's a lag. If Bitcoin goes up, then the miners get more expensive straight away. That's just how it works, unfortunately.
Really?
But yeah, they're definitely market dependent. But overall, you've got to look at it. The cryptos dropped so much. These miners are the best machines out there. They're so efficient. They mine so much. The machines we're buying were 50,000 in last December. Now they're like 10,000. It's a massive discount. And these coins go back to the all-time highs, or at least recover. If Bitcoin's 60,000 in a year, let's say, it's like we've been mining at 60,000 the whole time, because you're mining in the coin. So you wait. The ethos of mining basically in a bear market is just mine as many of these coins as possible and wait for the next bull run to sell.
Yeah. So you're not selling or anything. You're just holding onto the coin and just wait. How are you doing the payouts then?
Yeah. So the payouts are in ADA. So again, it never touches dollar. So it's the same concept with ADA. You'll be receiving the ADA. You wait for it to go up.
Wait, what?
No, that's not what he means. The ethos is that we hold for as long as possible, but obviously we're going to be paying out at the same time, if that makes sense. So we have mining revenue, and it's in the coins in the bear market. A lot of that we hold until the next bull run, but that 40% which goes to holders, we convert the coins mined into Cardano, into ADA. But it's still crypto, so it still has the potential to go up.
That makes sense. Sorry, I was with you, Aaron. That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was not connecting there.
Yeah.
So
it was the 40% part.
Yeah. Okay. So of the total amount you mine, you take 40%, you sell it, or you transfer it to ADA rather, is what MinSwap or whatever it is. How would you transfer to ADA if you're mining Bitcoin? I'm not too sure. Like you'd have to go through. You're not going to go through an exchange. You go through DeFi, right?
Yeah, we're looking at OTA contacts now to try and get the lowest fees possible.
Okay, so was that an exchange? I'm not too sure. I'm not too clear.
Could you not pay out in Bitcoin? Why could you not pay out in Bitcoin? Is that just something that is just completely off the table?
It's not off the table. It is at the moment. So all we know about our holders is their Cardano wallet address. At the moment, there's no bridging, so you can't pay out Bitcoin bridged ADA.
Right.
But as that comes out, that's probably what we'll do. But for now, yeah, we are going to have to convert to Cardano for the payouts.
Yeah, I mean, we don't even have stable coins for crying out loud, and that's something that I've like really, really wanted. I swear, it's just stabilizing. I can't even move into Cardano system without stable coins, but. Needless to say, yeah, I think that part is important to understand. Like, so can you walk me through again, just simply, how do you move from a mined Bitcoin and or Dogecoin into my wallet with ADA? Like, what is the track here?
Yeah, so 40% of it we'll convert it to ADA using an OTA.
What's an OTA?
It's essentially like a smaller exchange where you get much better rates.
Okay.
So they'll then provide us the ADA just for the payout. That amount of ADA then goes into our system because I'm sure you guys have seen we've got lots of different types of Gopher. not every gopher gets the same amount. So like miners get a boost to mining, wizards get a boost to the treasury, merchants get a portion of secondary market royalties, all these different things. So then that amount will go into the system.
Okay. And so how does taxes work if you're going through an exchange? They're just going to tax you like through a business account on your exchange?
Yeah, so we're incorporated in Cyprus, which is very, very favorable for crypto. But tax-wise, there's two different aspects, really. There's the corporate side. So that's for us to worry about. That's on the mining revenue level. And then there's personal tax. So it works exactly the same as a staking pool. So if you stake ADA and you're receiving ADA, you should pay personal tax. It's exactly the same with gophers. But this does go down a rabbit hole because it depends which country you're in.
Yeah, I'm about to ask. I was just about to ask, what country and tax rate are you going in?
But this is what's exciting. Part of our project is about education. So we're bringing on lots of different industry experts to come talk to our community. The first one we're going to have on is a man called Ben. He's one of the leading crypto tax experts in the UK. He really is an expert, not just on the UK, but on lots of different jurisdictions. So he's going to come on and talk to our community about that personal tax.
Okay. So yeah. So in my brain, I'm just like, move to Dubai. Let's just have no taxes. So you're going to try to educate us on the personal tax. But as far as, so what I'm trying to say is that when it moves, as many hands as it moves through, it's going to get whittled down that much. So I'm trying to reduce the amount of hands in my brain conceptually that the 40% moves through, right? And so it seems like you're going through the exchange. Is there any reason why you wouldn't pick DeFi, like some kind of DeFi, Aave, I don't know, Uniswap, I mean, or whatever, some swap?
Yeah, I mean, we are going to look at that as well. We're still considering all our options. We just want the lowest fees, basically, because as you say, we don't want it getting whittled down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just know that if it goes through exchange, you touch an exchange, that country's going to grab its grubby figures on anything that passes through there. And crypto tax rates could be percentages off of it. So that could be way more than what a swap would be. So I have a little, thing there, right? I'm just a note there for me. So that's all. But I'm sure you guys are working on it on the back end. Does anyone have any other questions? Open reign here for you guys.
Yeah, maybe you guys can kind of just give a quick rundown of the different professions, like the 7 different professions, and kind of like what they do, how they get rewards, and so on.
Yeah, that's a great point. Aaron, do you want to take them through the professions?
Yeah, if you want to pull up the website, they're all on there.
Right on it.
So we'll start at the bottom, because that's usually where we start. Doesn't make sense, but that's where we start usually. So miners get a boost to the mining payout. So anything that we mine in that 40%, if you own a miner, you will get a percentage boost depending on what level your miner is, which would be apprentice, master, or expert. And then on the opposite side to that, when the treasury comes out, a wizard will have a boost to the treasury. Sort of a similar process. Warriors then have a smaller boost to both, and they also have a small percentage chance, I think it's 1%, to steal payouts from thieves. Thieves is basically like a lottery. So out of the 399 thieves in the supply, only 50 of those will receive a payout. So they will receive base, mining, and treasury payout. And then it'll be collated into a pool, and then only 50 of those 399 thieves will receive a payout. For
So
that
you don't want a thief.
You do want a thief, because
Yes,
if you're one of the lucky ones that steals from another thief, you get way more, because 50 thieves get the payout of 400 thieves.
Oh,
so in a way you get like 400.
It's like a lottery, basically.
Okay, got it. Okay, and yeah, what's the percentage of 50 out of 300? Is that
12.5 or 17.5?
Okay, gotcha. Well, what's the juniper? What's the juniper room?
So the juniper room is our voting mechanic. So obviously, as I mentioned earlier, after the 6 months, it will be community-based voting. So per profession, they will receive different votes, if that makes sense. So if you own a master, if you own an expert miner, for example, you receive more votes than an apprentice. And if you own a royal, you receive more votes than, say, a thief, for example. A thieves will not get any votes because they're robbing from other people. They also don't.
It's a bit complicated to go through in this setting, but
it
it's
is
really in depth. Just look at our mine paper.
Thieves also don't get a king tax taken off them. So all of the professions other than thieves, any royal, anyone that owns a royal will take a 3% tax off any payouts. Other than
Bro,
thieves.
I thought this. When I looked at this, I thought this was a game, bro.
It's in depth, but it makes it more like a gamified experience. It's not just
sure.
It's not just you're sort of staking this and you're getting this. It makes it more of a, you can sort of get invested in what Gopher you have. If you scroll up,
I'm just a lizard brain, guys. Don't mind me.
So the next one is merchants. Merchants will receive 50%. The total merchant pool will be 50% of the secondary market royalties, and then I believe the other 50% goes to the treasury. And then, as I mentioned before, royals will receive a 3% tax on all payouts, other than off thieves.
What is the percentage of the merchants?
It's 50%.
99. It's 199 over
No.
88.
Yeah.
Supply wise, and then oracles, it's kind of similar to thieves. So there's 100 of them. You'll submit a prediction for the following quarter. So something arbitrary like the price of ADA, how much we're going to mine, something like that. And then the closest 3 get all of the payout. And because it's only 3 out of 100, it's a massive payout.
Oh, hell no. I am bad at guessing. I am going to avoid those. But the payout's massive, huh? The payout's like way more than what it normally. What's the percent? I was asking the merchants on the percentage of the secondary market for royalties.
Yeah, so we have a 10% royalty and they get 45% of that.
Of the 10%. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal. All right. Okay. Yeah.
So I can see why you think it's a game, but it's gamified, but it's not currently a game. So
yeah, for sure.
That's a big thing. I'm a finance guy, so I love looking at charts and different projects and things. But a lot of people find it so boring. So why not make it fun? The Gopher you mint is totally random. It does different things, and in a nutshell, it makes investing in crypto fun, diversified, and easy.
Yeah, and I think the market in itself. Oh, that's my big face. I think the market in itself will the community in itself will determine which one they like the most, right? I mean, like you've set up what was it, 7 different things. I'm not the gambler or the oracle, right? So that has zero value to me. Versus other people might see that as like, oh, this is amazing, especially if they own all of them. You know what I mean? Like if you own all the holy crap, if you own all the oracles. You could start raking it in. Huh.
I think it also slightly get affected when the other 7,000 come out, because those will all have the same 7 professions too. Would that be correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like if one is like 1,000, if it's like an oracle is like 1,000 oracles out there.
Mm-hmm.
What if I buy 1,000 oracles?
There's 100 oracles.
Are you buying all 100? Is that what you're telling them?
Yeah.
What if I buy all 100 oracles?
Then you
Not
always
advice.
get a payout. Yeah, it's not financial advice, but you would always get the payout.
But it won't happen because we found, first of all, we put in place limits. So not to avoid whales, but so as many people can get into the project as possible, because we do have a lot of demand. The pre-sale sold out in 2 hours. So we've got limits in place. So it's unlikely you would mint them all. And then as for secondary, we do have a really passionate community. There's very few listed. I think there's about 45 up right now total. So we've got a lot of diamond hands. I don't see everyone listing their oracle.
I don't know, man.
It's unlikely, but it is still a possibility.
If I drop 3x on the oracle, do you think someone's gonna sell that to me? It's only 200 ADA, 300 ADA. I mean, like honestly. Huh. You guys, I don't know, man.
It's only 300.
Oracle's the second rarest profession, so on secondary it would be way higher than 300.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
You're gonna have to spend a lot of money on secondary to be able to gobble up 100 oracles. It's gonna be
A lot
Yeah.
of money.
We actually
Okay.
had a royal today go for
Oracles are not
6,000
cheap.
Yeah,
ADA.
6,000 AD. Yeah.
I'm just curious how soon we'd make that back or something. You know,
I've got a story. I've got a story to tell you about
go on.
royals and about merchants and about minting. I'm not proud of it, but I only minted 2. Look at Gully. Gully's devastated. To be honest, I'm going to say first, I took my profits and I put my profits into other things. But the more I dive into this project, I think if I knew what I knew now, I wouldn't have done it. But I actually minted a royal and a merchant. I only minted 2, and that's what I minted.
Holy
And
crap.
I know, yeah, 2 real high up, like real. I think one was rank. Now, if you look at the rank, one was ranked 100 and one was ranked 75, but they had a lot of utility. And probably the deal I got for both of them was about 4,000 ADA. So I didn't let it go cheap, but I think I maybe could have got, as I say, the 8, 9, 10 if I look at it now. But you never know, do you? It's all in hindsight. And at the time, it was a goofy project that I just got told to mint, and suddenly I made 4,000 ADA. So you can understand where I was coming from, but looking at it now, and I wanted to tell you guys that I'd done it. And I'm sorry, but I still support you and I still love you.
That's great. Yeah, no
funny.
worries at all. Who was it that told you about Goofy Gophers?
It was actually, who was it, Gully? E46, I think, told me.
Yeah, E46 and Esco were both talking about it. As I said, I woke from a slumber in the middle of the afternoon, and all of a sudden I was minting these gophers.
Yeah, so we didn't really know a lot about it. So when I'm minting it and I get them and someone DMs me and people start getting interest and 4,000 ADAs thrown around, that's a lot of ADA. Do you know what I mean? I'm traveling the world. I'm not exactly 4,000 ADA. So I slipped off. I got it. I brought another couple to buy back in on the floor. So, but yeah, looking at it now, it's still profits and I took it. But I just wanted to tell you guys because it's a story and the guy knows it and everyone knows
Don't be
it.
ashamed. That's the game, baby. That's the game, Werz. Okay? That's the game. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
We've got room for 2 more questions, I think, and I'm gonna eat up the 2 questions. And so yeah, I'll just eat up the 2 questions. Number 1, okay. How are we gonna give out 6, 7 white lists or however many we got? Okay. I thought I was expecting 1. Okay. I want to give out these. I want to give out these 7. Werz, it looks like. Werz, you got a few more questions. Let's get those.
Sorry, I just got one more, just one question because I know a lot of people are asking it. Are you going to give whitelist to the 1,000 holders that have already got the gophers? Because I think you should. We've supported you. Is it going to happen?
Did you really?
No, yeah, we are doing that.
There's less than 1,000 holders.
Okay, well, 1,000 gophers. So what I'm saying is, it whitelist 1 for 1. Is that what you think you're going to do on the new mint?
Yeah, 1 per holder.
Okay, perfect. Just wanted to get it out there. Thanks.
Starting when? So I could buy up some gophers right now.
Yeah, and get whitelist for the new collection.
Yeah.
Not financial advice.
Pump my bag in the process.
Financial advice, not financial advice.
No problem. Everyone, do you have any cowboy hats on gophers?
No, we don't because it's not in theme. We did have one, but then we were like, oh, it doesn't really fit the fantasy.
It could be a royal cowboy hat. What's up?
Cowboys aren't really medieval.
Oh, come on. Man, kind of, right?
Maybe.
We were very meticulous. Every single asset fits. We had to get rid of a lot.
I hear you. All right. How are we going to give out these 9? Oh, wait, sorry. Let me ask one question. What are you guys most excited about? What's like a top secret thing that you're holding close to the chest that you're so excited you can't let anyone know, but you just can't wait to let people know?
We need some alpha. Basically. Tell us something that no one knows.
All right. Well, the mining was really exciting because we went from this idea of, mining's so inaccessible for a regular person. Now we've literally got miners as a project already before even our main sale. So that was incredibly exciting, and it still is. But now we're just getting so excited about the treasury because the treasury operates a bit like a DAO, but unlike any other DAO, we've got a revenue source. We've got mining revenue going into it. So whether the market's up, down, or sideways, we have revenue coming into the DAO that we can use to get into other projects. And me and Aaron have already started researching a lot of different things. We'll only even approach something if it has physical utility, if it has a real revenue source. So we've been looking at trading bots. We've been looking at a Solana project that is doing Airbnb arbitrage. So they used Mint revenue to get property. Now they're doing Airbnb, paying out to holders. There's a very exciting Cardano project called Whiskey's NFT. He's using Mint revenue to buy whiskey and age it, and then the community votes on when to sell it. Really excited by that. But yeah, just building out this treasury in a bear market, ready for the next bull run, is going to be incredibly exciting.
Just to add on to the treasury, I don't know if this is really alpha, but we are planning on eventually doing a startup incubator, which allows us to get sort of into projects early on, obviously help them with our connections and with our experiences, but then it will also, because we're in so early on, it then benefits our community as well. And it gives other people exposure to different types of projects that they wouldn't initially go for. So say if you're in Cardano and we went and did a like a property arbitrage, like Ryan says, maybe they wouldn't even think about looking at that, but because they're in the Goofy Gophers community, then it sort of opens horizons to people, and I think that's just amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so like a launch pad for NFTs.
Yeah, in a way. And that can get really explosive, as Aaron says, because if we're taking early positions in these high potential projects, that's amazing for our community. But more than that, it's fostering innovation on Cardano, because we've been doing a lot of marketing recently with the broader crypto community. So we actually went on two of the biggest crypto YouTube channels, Chris McCauley and James Pelton, really big in the space. Neither of them had bought Cardano NFTs before, but we went on, we advocated for Cardano. Now both of them are looking at Cardano projects, and their communities are. So if we can get more and more communities onto Cardano, that would be great.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. So if you guys are looking for links to Goofy Gophers, be sure to check out the links on their Twitter, on their website. I pulled it up multiple times here. Here's how we're going to do this last giveaway here. We're going to give it away to 7 people over here. Warden here is sending me the Discord here. Let me see this. I'll put it in the chat. Thanks, Warden. Be sure to check out their Discord, but you could also check out their Twitter, the website here. Is that ours? Hold on. This is a Goofy Gophers. There we go. Boom. Here we go. Boom. That's in the Discord right there. That's in the chat. Be sure to check out the Goofy Gophers Twitter right here. This is what it looks like. Don't be scammed. Don't be fooled or whatever. But here's how you're going to win. Cowboys are Gophers. Comment on there. We're going to pick out, let's see, numbers. Whoever is number 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay. If you comment there, and I think who did it last week? Who just like commented a whole bunch of them? I think that was Gully. that was Gully. Yeah. All counts, man. All of it counts. So numbers, I'm going to look through, I'm going to pick out 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 off of that tweet. And Ryan and Aaron, it's just right there. So the first people to do that will be able to do that. Do you guys have any last parting words? Anyone from the board here? Parting words for everybody.
Yeah, I'd just like to say thanks for coming on, guys. As I said to you before we went live, it's a real exciting project, and I'm just looking forward to seeing where you're going and what you're doing. And yeah, we're here to support any other time you want to jump into Twitter Spaces and stuff. Like, we're always doing it. And yeah, and thanks for coming on and giving people whitelists. Like, we really appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big fan of this project right now. Honestly, I feel like you sustained
you're going to buy Gopher. Can you buy Gopher?
100%. Yeah, 100%. Can I mint 10 at a time? Is that possible, or how do I like? Is that? I just
after the white.
I've adopted the Tau crypto philosophy. I'm just gonna like
yeah, that's
3,
Tau crypto.
40, you know what I mean? I'll probably mint like 30, 40 or something like that. Is that?
I can't wait.
Okay.
I can't wait to mint.
It's definitely really possible.
Awesome.
You'll have to wait till the public. So there's a 2 gopher limit on the whitelist period, which is 24 hours. 2
gopher limit. What? Where are we at? We're in the prairies, man. What's going on, man?
It's just to try and expose as many people as possible to the project. And then once after that 24-hour period, I think how many is it per transaction? On the
There,
website?
we haven't decided yet, but it'll probably be around 10 because we do have a very high demand. The pre-sale sold out so quickly, so we just have to be careful. So if you're on the whitelist, you can get 2 for the first day, and then the next day it's just unlimited for everyone.
Okay, well, all right,
How's
boys.
that going
you
to
guys-
work? Sorry, just quickly. How was that going to work
Yeah.
for the holders? So if you hold one, it's just 1 for 1 though. That's not classed as a whitelist, no, for holders.
That is classed as a whitelist. If you hold
Oh,
one,
so-
that's just an automatic whitelist.
So then I can mint 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Oh, so double the whitelist for the Gophers. Okay. Oh, perfect. Thanks for
Good.
that. Appreciate that.
Dang, these Gophers are at 400 floor, huh? Shoot.
Yeah, it's going up.
That's why
Dang.
that's what we were trying to tell you about trying to buy up all the oracles, right? It's probably it's not
I had no idea. These little guys are going for so much, man. What's these little gerbils, man? What's going on
I
here?
haven't really seen
Remember-
oracles for sale either. I've seen like 1 or 2.
If you scroll down and look for a brain, that's your oracle.
A brain?
Yeah, they always
Yeah,
have a brain.
look for,
Oh,
look for a
the
brain.
foresight ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the oracles
Okay.
all have a brain.
You know what? Now I know what I'm looking at. I'm like, okay, that's a wizard or whatever. You know, what the heck is that guy? You know? So okay, I got it.
and
We got to do some research here. I got to do
And
some
this will
research.
be way better on Flipper, by the way. You're going to see scroll bars, boost bars, location, everything, lots of data.
And
Got
just remember, Aaron, I think they were less than 280 when I was bringing them to your
I
attention.
know. I thought it was a 282. I was like in my brain. I was looking at
Exactly.
others 300 ADA. Oh,
280.
Yeah.
280. The floor's starting to creep up. I think people are starting to realise, just with the more spaces you do, and I know you're very technical background and stuff, and the spaces aren't something you've done so much of yet, but definitely you're great. And listening to you, Ryan and Aaron, it's good to listen to someone so technical and know what they're doing, and you be able to answer all the questions regarding legal everything. So I think it's been a great interview. It's been a really
We
good
don't
interview.
hold back the
Thank you
punches
so
here.
much.
So good
Really,
job.
really appreciate that, guys.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'm super excited to see a good project succeed. Guys, thank you so much for joining the chat. In the chat, thanks so much for joining the stream. Be sure to check out every one of these guys. The link's down in the description down below. Gully, Werz, Warden, and Goofy Gophers, thanks so much. And chat, you guys have been amazing all night. We will see you guys in the next stream.